Yo, what is up, trainers? Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG deck profile. Today, we'll be going over the Obstagoon plus Inteleon deck from Fusion Strike. This deck is a lot of fun to play, so let's get right into that deck profile. A little reminder before we get started, if you enjoy this content and would like to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. That will help support the channel, as well as keeping you notified whenever I upload new Pokemon TCG content. Alright, so we're going to start with our Obstagoon Evolution Chain. We have 4 copies of Galarian Zigzagoon from Sword and Shield base set. This guy has the ability Headbutt Tantrum. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. We have to lay these Zigzagoon down onto our bench anyways to evolve them into Obstagoon later down the line, but having this ability is awesome. We get to place free damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon when we play these Zigzagoon onto our bench. Then we have 1 copy of Galarian Linen. So we just have 1 copy of Linen in case we can't find Rare Candy, but we do play 4 copies of Rare Candy in this deck, so we don't need very many copies of Linen. Also, it doesn't really matter which Linen you use, there's several to pick from. I prefer to use the Champion's Path one just because I think the art is cooler than that of the other Linens. Then we have 3 Galarian Obstagoon from Fusion Strike. So this has 170 HP, and its first attack, Silence, costs 1 Dark Energy, hits for 30 base damage. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon can't use that attack. So not the best attack on Obstagoon, but it is a potential good attack that we can use to play a little bit more defensive or potentially stall for a little bit. Then we have Merciless Strike, which is what the deck revolves around. So we have 1 Dark Energy, hits for 60 base damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this attack does 90 more damage. So we can hit for a pretty solid 150 damage, as long as there's some damage counters on our opponent's active Pokemon. Those damage counters are easy to get on there with the Galarian Zigzagoon, as well as Inteleon, Obstagoon's partner in this deck. Then we have 1 copy of Galarian Obstagoon from Sword and Shield base set. This isn't the main Obstagoon that the deck focuses on, but it is a good card to use depending on what deck we're playing against. So we have this in here because of its attack Obstruct, which is useful if we're going up against a deck that focuses on basic Pokemon. Obstruct hits for 90 base damage for a Dark Energy and a Colorless Energy. It says during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So it's a super great attack to use if our opponent is playing lots of basic Pokemon. We also have the ability Untamed Shout. This is when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So again, always great to put out more damage counters on our opponent's side of the field. Then we have our Inteleon Evolution Chain. 4 copies of Sobble to begin the chain. 4 copies of Drizzile. We have to play Drizzile to get to Inteleon, but Shady Dealings is also a super awesome ability, and it is the engine of this deck. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So Drizzile is a super awesome card because it allows us to find the specific trainer cards we need to execute our complicated strategy. These Stage 2 single prize Pokemon decks need a lot of parts of the puzzle to put together to take out our opponent's Pokemon and secure the victory, and so Drizzile can help us find those specific trainer cards we need to get our Pokemon evolved into Obstagoon. Then we have 2 copies of the Rapid Strike Inteleon with Quick Shooting. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pairs perfectly with Obstagoon from Fusion Strike. We need those damage counters on there to use Merciless Strike to hit for big numbers, so Inteleon is a great partner for Obstagoon. Then we have 1 copy of Shady Dealings Inteleon in case we're looking to find some more trainer cards with its ultimate Shady Dealings ability. Then we have our trainer cards. So we have 1 copy of Training Court, not too many stadiums in this deck because we don't really have a concern about Path to the Peak. We don't have any Pokemon V in this deck, so no worries about Path to the Peak. Training Court is a nice stadium to have in play in case we need to retrieve some energy from the discard pile. For our supporters, we have 3 Boss's Orders to target the Pokemon with less HP that are on the bench, 3 copies of Marnie to refresh our hand and disrupt our opponents. We have 3 Professor's Research to discard our hand and draw a fresh 7. And then 1 copy of Raihan, which is a great card for this deck. Since our Pokemon have less HP amounts than other Pokemon, we're able to use Raihan more often. There's more opportunities to use this card. because it says you can play this card only if any of your Pokemon are knocked out during your opponent's last turn. It has a super great comeback effect. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So we can definitely use Raihan to find some of those parts of the puzzle that we need to execute our strategy. It's an amazing card for this deck. 3 Evo Instants to find the evolution Pokemon. 4 Level Ball to find Zigzagoon, Sobble, and Drizzile. 1 Ordinary Rod to shuffle Pokemon and energy back into the deck. 4 Quick Ball to find our basics. 4 Rare Candy to go straight from Zigzagoon to Obstagoon, and sometimes straight from Sobble to Inteleon. And 3 copies of Scoop Up Net to put our Pokemon back into our hand so we can reset our Inteleon evolution chain, or switch out our Pokemon, or we can scoop up our Zigzagoon and lay him back down for more damage counters. 1 copy of Air Balloon so we can give some of our Pokemon free retreat, and then 9 copies of basic Dark Energy. Alright, that's the deck profile. Now let's get into the gameplay. Sweet, we get to call it a coin flip. Let's go with heads. We won, that's awesome. Let's go first. Going first is a great idea with pretty much any deck that runs the Sobble. We'll draw Sobble down in the active, and we won't lay Zigzagoon down quite yet. Alright, Snorlax and Amazing Rare Raikou. Interesting. So we will Zigzagoon, let's throw it on there, and all we can do is Scoop Up Net and Zigzagoon on there too. Alright, then we have Drizzile next turn. Hopefully we can make some stuff happen. Sonia. Cool, full art Sonia. Be interested to see what they do. Ah, yes, it's the Xerneas Amazing Rare deck. Makes sense now. Yeah, Xerneas is pretty cool. So yeah, let's set up any of these Amazing Rare attacks. Amazing Shield. Amazing Shot. Yeah, this deck can do some pretty cool stuff. Alright, so I got the Evo Instance off the top. Let's do the Obstagoon. Rare Candy. We will Drizzile. Let's look for Quick Ball. Discard Marnie. Go ahead and Zigzagoon. Lay that down, put damage counter there. We will research. I need a switch out and an energy. Because I got the energy but not the switch out. So I don't think there's anything I can do right now. I'll throw away a Rare Candy for a Sobble. Throw him down, and yeah, I just kind of whiffed on the Scoop Up Net is what I needed. Scoop Up Net or the Air Balloon. That's kind of a bummer. See, I might just Breath of Life again to set up both their Amazing Rares. We shall see. It's cool that they're playing this kind of Celebrations deck. And yeah, Breath of Life. So does this attack... Is this attached to... Okay, they could have attached the active if they wanted to. Okay, there's our switch out actually. So we do probably want to Drizzile. Let's grab an Evo Incense. Can use this to find Obstagoon with the Obstruct. So I feel like this will be a useful card. down the line. And I want some damage counters on Zamazenta. I want energy on Drizzile so I can retreat into Obstagoon. And I think I'm going to just boss up Zamazenta and take him out because he's more of a threat. Alright, and there is a prize card. It's a Drizzile. I didn't really want to Marnie them because they were in a pretty low hand size, so I didn't want to give them more cards. So now they have Amazing Shot. Probably take out a Drizzile. We're just gonna go for the... Oh, it does 120 to 2 Pokemon. Okay. I'm not familiar with these amazing rare attacks. You hardly ever see them. Hey, would you look at that? Inteleon off the top. We will Marnie. For some cards. Training Court, throw that out. Get Dark Energy. Put it on that Obstagoon. Put down Sobble. And I think we're just going to see if we can quick shooting onto Snorlax. And yeah, I think we'll just Merciless Strike. Boom. There's another prize card. It's kind of battle of single prize decks. So if they knock out Obstagoon, I can start using the Obstagoon with Obstruct. That will probably work against this deck because they have pretty much all Pokemon that are basics. Lightning Energy, Pokegear. Not gonna find anything in the research. For 7. Quick Ball. Zamazenta. So they play multiple copies of that amazing rare Zamazenta. Looks like they focus on Zamazenta and Raikou. Fighting, Grass, and Metal. Cool. Alright. So I'm gonna energy right there. Let's Level Ball for the Drizz. It's quick shooting on the Raikou. Let's evolve this Drizz. And we will grab no boss, so let's do maybe a Raihan for next turn. Let's do, yeah, let's grab Raihan for next turn. I feel like that's a good play. Then I'll Quick Ball for, or Level Ball, excuse me, for the Zigzagoon. Let's do a damage counter on Zamazenta. And then we will just Merciless Strike for another KO. Cool, cool, cool. One more prize card. There's the boss. That's handy. So they haven't forced us to move in with Obstagoon with the Obstruct yet, but once I start doing that, we should be able to take plenty of knockouts. There's a Raihan of their own. Gets the energy from the discard as well as a card from the deck. So these two share some energies in their cost. So that's probably why they played it too. There's a Fighting Energy on there, and an Amazing Shot will KO us and that Drizzile. That's alright. 2 prizes. They have evened out the prize race, but not for long. Let's do a Raihan. Attach there. Search our deck for that rare candy. So I can go into the Obstagoon. We will quick shooting onto that Samazenta. And we will obstruct for knockout. Only hits for 90, but does prevent all damage from basic Pokemon next turn, which is awesome. And I don't see any evolution Pokemon coming out soon, so it should be good. Yeah, so they won't be able to hit us, which is awesome. See what they do to respond here. They might have a boss, so they could take out something on the bench. There's the second Raihan, interesting. Dual Raihans here. And then we searching the deck for lightning energy. We'll see what they grabbed there. Ordinary Rod. 2 Raikous back into the deck. And no energy going back into the deck. And then see if they choose to attack here. See what they do, yeah. Just kind of waiting. Making some serious decision making apparently. Grabbing a grass energy. Not an energy that will allow them to attack. Yes, just waiting and waiting and waiting. I can just keep using Quick Shooting Inteleon to put all these Pokemon in range of knockout, unless they heal them somehow, but I think if we just keep using this Obstruct plus the Quick Shooting, we should be able to take this win, as long as they don't have boss's orders. But still, I could even just eventually leave Obstagoon as the only Pokemon left. An Aurora Energy, alright. Cool. And then retreating into Snorlax. Alright. So we do have a boss, which I am going to use on that Samazenta. We will quick shooting. Damage on there. And I don't really need to attach anything, so we would just obstruct. Another knockout. Alright, 1 prize card to go. All the Pokemon are in range of being knocked out, and we can always retreat into the other Galarian Obstagoon, which can hit for some more damage. Fighting Energy and a Marnie. That is a-okay. That's fine, because I feel like I'm in a pretty good position no matter what. Alright, and just going to Gormandize, and we have the win right here. So we will quick shooting Snorlax, and we will obstruct. There it is. Alright, that was a pretty sweet win, getting some use out of both Obstagoons. Cool. If you guys enjoyed today's deck profile of Galarian Obstagoon plus Inteleon, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and put a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this deck. That's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, trainers.